Ah, there you are. I'm looking at Helen Murray, Vincenzo, Danny B-side. Big night tonight, Danny B-side. Big night. Earl Walker. Thanks everybody for joining me. We have Danny B-side moderating. We have Arkansas Dave moderating. I'm going to leave the comments in their capable hands because I would like to deal with other things whilst I'm broadcasting. As you probably know from the picture, the thumbnail, whatever you call it, the thing that appears at the front of the video when you are looking at YouTube, we are doing Jumpsuits 1973 to 1977, part 2 in other words. And also, at the end of the show, we will do This Day in Elvis History as well. Vincenzo says he wants the CD box set. Yes, we have the CD box set as first prize for Elvis Fan of the Year. And there's going to be a runner-up prize as well of, I think, Dave, it's $50 for use online. It's a Graceland.com gift voucher of $50. You can use it online. You can use it in the restaurants. You can use it to buy tickets to go into the mansion. Everything. Yeah. I am a little bit early tonight as well. Just in case everybody's thinking, oh, is it really 7:30, 1:30, 11:30, 2:30, whatever it is? It is actually only just 1/4 the hour. Because I have to actually leave early tonight. I have to leave just before 8 o'clock. So if this live stream lasts for 3/4 of an hour, I will be running. I will be running at 8 o'clock. David Lunn says, come on, Villarreal. Yes. Just in case everybody doesn't know why I'm leaving early tonight, or why I'm broadcasting early tonight, is because I have a football match, a Europa League final to watch. So, yeah, and my team are in it, Manchester United. But, hey, we're in a final. If we don't win, we don't win. I'm kind of fairly calm about it. I would love to think we would win. But, hey, we not everybody gets into a final, and Manchester United have. I see Elvis Lass's name on the comments, and I was watching Elvis Lass's video this morning. Very, very good. Liked it a lot. Please check it out. Have fun, Steve. Thank you very much. I will. I'll enjoy it. Peacock suit and tiger suit. Ah, right. People are starting to say what their favorite suit is. Liverpool, yeah, that's right. Liverpool didn't make a final this year. Don't forget, I always say, you can actually, if you do want to show your appreciation for this channel, not so much the appreciation of the things I do, because it's a labor of love. Thanks very much, Elvis Lass. It's a labor of love that I do this, and I really, really enjoy seeing everybody's names coming up. And I'd like to see new subscribers as well, obviously, and new names, people that only just watch and maybe don't comment. If you do want to subscribe, you need to... I'm not sure why... I haven't actually got any of my images up of the jumpsuits. I was going to show you the jumpsuits. So it's not going to work as well as I thought. I thought I'd uploaded all those pictures. So you're going to have to kind of just bear with me on this. And you know what the jumpsuits look like anyway. So, yeah, I thought I'd uploaded those to show you as we go along. Oh, well, never mind. The media source I wanted to open is this, which basically you click the bell after you subscribed and click all. So there There you go. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself now, I must admit, to think that I didn't have the photos up to show you. Still, as I say, you know what they look like. We can actually make a start on the jumpsuits if you wish. I wonder, is there a way of me showing these? No, there isn't. I didn't load them up. I didn't load them up on the streaming software. Right. What I might do is I might just go through the jumpsuits again on Sunday for everybody that's not that missed it tonight, and just very quickly go through them on Sunday as well, and show people. It might be a good idea for people that are watching tonight to join me again on Sunday. Of course, we'll have the Elvis quiz on Sunday, the song of the week, and obviously this day in history. I've got this day in history coming up as well tonight, May the 26th. Right, I did 1 to 10 of my favorite jumpsuits, and now I'm going to do 11 to 20. And number 11 is the Aloha Eagle suit, Aloha from Hawaii. The description is a white jumpsuit with matching blue lined cape, red lined kick pleats. There was belts. There was actually 3 belts. The second belt was an American Eagle belt, and the third belt was an American Eagle belt as well, but they were slightly different. And I did have pictures to show you of the difference, but of course I forgot to load them up. 2 almost identical versions were made of this suit, which were both worn during the Aloha show. The suit Elvis wore during the rehearsal show was slightly bigger. Okay, I don't know whether a lot of people knew that, but it was. It was also the version Elvis wore later on tour and in Vegas in 1973 and 1974. 3 belts were made for this suit. The first one was never worn on stage, as Elvis gave it to actor Jack Lord. We all know about that, as a gift before he ever got to wear it. The second belt was identical to the first one, and it was worn during the 2 Aloha shows. The third belt had some minor differences, and it was worn every time Elvis wore the suit after the Aloha event. Elvis also wore the third American Eagle belt with the 1974 American Eagle jumpsuit in May 1974 on tour and in Tahoe. The cape that was worn with the 1973 American Eagle suit was not the original one. The original cape designed for the suit was much, much bigger and way too heavy for Elvis to wear on stage. Graceland have both of the suits, one of the 3 capes and the third belt. A private collector owns one of the capes as well as one of the first 2 belts. The original long cape is in private hands. That's the one that was too heavy for him to wear. It was also sold during one of EPE's auctions. Number 12, the original name Orange Sunburst. Other names were the Raised on Rock and Sunlight jumpsuit. Now, the white jumpsuit with matching orange line cape, orange line kick pleats, and the original belt was the Orange Sunburst belt. A picture of Elvis wearing this suit was featured on the cover of the 1973 album Raised on Rock, and therefore fans started referring to this suit as Raised on Rock. This suit made its debut during the 1973 January and February Las Vegas engagement. After that, it was used again only a few times during 1973, but several times during the early part of 1974. I'm hoping you can actually envisage these suits, because as I say, I was supposed to be posting images of the suits as I went along. Of course, I was busy today and I forgot to upload those pictures, but I will upload them for you, and we'll have another chat, a very quick chat about it on Sunday. I'll go through the 11 to 20 again and just show the pictures just quickly. The next one, number 13, the original name is the 1973 Arabian jumpsuit. Other names were kitchen sink suit, Memphis suit, and it'll become clear in a minute why. White jumpsuit with matching red line cape. Original belt, the Arabian belt. This suit was done with the last pieces of material the designers had, because Elvis needed a suit in a rush. When the suit was finished, they nicknamed the suit the kitchen sink suit, as they used up everything but the kitchen sink. So some people called it the kitchen sink suit. Elvis first started wearing this suit at the end of the 1973 August-September Las Vegas engagement. After that, he wore it again during the first months of 1974. Most notably, he wore it during the famous Memphis concert, which was recorded by RCA for release. And March 20th, 1974, that was, and RCA recorded it. That's also where the fans got the nickname for this suit, the Memphis suit. Okay. So we're moving up now to number 14, which is the blue swirl suit. Other names, some people called it the blue rainbow suit, which is a white jumpsuit with swirl patterns done in different shapes of blue. The belts, there was a couple of belts. The original one was the blue swirl belt, obviously, and then the blue starburst belt. A belt from the 1975's white two-piece 1976. Elvis wore this suit during the very short tour of May 1974. He didn't wear it with the original belt, but with the blue starburst belt. The original blue swirl belt has a RCA logo on the belt buckle. After 1974, this suit wasn't worn again until the end of 1976, so they put it into storage for a couple of years. When Elvis started to wear some of the older suits again. Number 15, the turquoise phoenix. Other names were the aqua phoenix, pale blue bird, and the description of this is the white jumpsuit with turquoise eagle facing left, and the belt was a version of the lucky belt. The bird on the phoenix suits wasn't originally designed to be a bird. The original design was supposed to be two zebra heads bowing into each other, but when Elvis saw the sketches, his comment was, "That bird has funny feet." As he was looking at the design upside down. So the bird design came about, but if you look at the design upside down, you can still see the two zebras in there. When Elvis first wore this suit, he didn't wear it with the original belt, but instead with a light blue version of the Lucky Belt. Nowadays, the suit is owned by EPE Graceland. They had it on display with an alternative belt designed for the suit. This was one of 4 Phoenix suits: the Black Phoenix, Silver Phoenix, and Red Phoenix. Okay. A little early, John. Steve has to go off early tonight, Elvis Last says. Yeah, football. Football. Okay, number 16 of my favorite jumpsuits. Original name, Peacock. A lot of people are familiar with this. White jumpsuit with peacock design done in embroidery. The belt was an original peacock belt, and white Spanish flower belt was worn with it as well. When Elvis first wore this suit, he didn't wear it with the original belt, but with the white Spanish flower belt, as I've just said. Rumors has it that this was the most expensive jumpsuit that Elvis ever had, costing approximately $10,000. In early August 2008, this suit was sold at auction for $300,000, which is the most anyone, a private collector, has ever paid for an original suit worn by Elvis. Then we have number 17 in my list, which is the Chief jumpsuit. Other names would be Indian Feather, which is a white jumpsuit with Native American symbols done in embroidery, orange line kick pleats. The original was the Chief belt in 1975, and there was also another one which was worn in 1976-77. This suit made its debut on May the 31st, 1975, an afternoon show. Elvis wore it many times during the 1975 May and June and July tours. Elvis started re-wearing the suit in the latter part of 1976. From then on, it was worn several times until its last appearance on February the 21st, 1977. 2 belts, as I said, were designed for the suit. The first one was used in 1975. The second one used in 1976 and 1977. Yes, 300,000 is a lot, but not when you think that it's an Elvis Presley jumpsuit. Oh yeah, the Indian Chief as well appears on the LP cover from Elvis Presley Boulevard. So if you're familiar with that LP, you'll know exactly what the Chief suit looks like. Number 18 in my list, the White Egyptian Bird. Other names: white prehistoric bird, white bicentennial suit. The description was a white jumpsuit with blue silk puff sleeves, Egyptian bird design done in embroidery. He wore the Chief belt with it, the Egyptian belt, the original belt. And although this suit is mostly associated with the year 1976, Elvis had already worn it once in 1975 during his December Las Vegas engagement. Besides the original belt, Elvis wore the suit with two other belts. When Elvis first wore this suit, he didn't wear it with the original belt, but instead with a second chief belt. The original belt and the Egyptian belt were both worn during 1976. The suit is in private hands, possibly sold during one of Graceland's auctions. 19. Original name, color flame suit. White jumpsuit with colorful flame design, and the belt is obviously the flame belt. This was the very last new jumpsuit that was made for Elvis and what he got to wear on stage. After this suit, he mostly relied on some of the older ones. It has been said that Elvis didn't like this suit very much. I kind of like it. Elvis had two versions of this suit, one with the red kick pleats and the other one with orange kick pleats. Today, the complete suit with orange kick pleats and original belt is owned by Graceland EPE, and the other version is in private hands, possibly sold again during an EPE auction. And number 20 on my list, my last favourite jumpsuit from 1975, believe it or not, but it was worn again in 1977. Is the rainfall suit. White jumpsuit with blue stones in rainfall pattern. This suit made its debut during the closing show of the 1975 December Las Vegas engagement. Elvis wore it again 2 times in 1976 and 3 times in 1977. There are rumours that there was a black rainfall suit was also made. It's not known yet whether it was a jumpsuit or a two-piece. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I don't have the photographs to show you as I was going through those suits, is I'm going to tell you on Sunday what I've picked 2 suits that I didn't like Elvis in. And I am going to tell you those on Sunday, and I'm going to zip through the 11 to 20 again with pictures this time, okay? Because maybe a lot of that didn't make sense to some people if they couldn't actually envisage the suit I was talking about. So, yeah, that's basically it. That's 11 to 20 of my favourite jumpsuits. What have we got coming in here now? Do you know how much on average the suits cost Elvis? I don't, actually. That's a very good question. Hi, BP Monkman. How is everybody? Something I wanted to... Yeah, the chicken bone was yucky. Yeah, that could be one of the ones I said I didn't like, but you're going to have to wait till Sunday. I wanted to remind you also that... yeah, I agree, Dave, that picks will be better, yeah. So I can just do that again. I can run through 11 to 20 again with picks. So, yeah, great selection, Steve. Thanks, Blake. Yes, the pictures of the jumpsuits would be great. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Silly boy, not uploading the pictures in time. Yeah, I wanted to remind you that part 2 of the Nick Adams, Alison Adams, his daughter's interview is coming up straight after this video finishes. I think about 1:15 the hour, I think. So probably in about... well, just under 45 minutes, about 40 minutes time. You should do a video of his prescription sunglasses. Yeah, good idea. Hello, Steve. This is my first visit. Name is Mark. Well, you're very welcome, Mark. And I hope you will subscribe, click the bell, and make sure that you, when you click the bell, you select all and not personalized. Okay. Because that's very important, because I think, I'll show you there, I think what's happened is some people have inadvertently selected personalized, and they're not getting the notifications. Right. What else have we got? Was the sundial wore the most in 77? I think it was, actually, Dave. Yeah, it was worn an awful lot. Are you watching the final? I will be. I will be watching in about 25 minutes. That's one of the reasons why I started early this week, was because I want to finish up before the hour. I mean, it'll be 8 o'clock in the UK, but I'm not sure what time it'll be in. Probably about 2 o'clock in some places. And what will it be? It'll probably be 12 o'clock in other places. Or it depends where you are. Depends where you are. I have the Italian book Elvis in Concert. It says the names of the jumpsuits he wore. Yes. And, you know, we as fans gave the names to a lot of the jumpsuits. As far as I know, he didn't really name them himself. It was us that named them. You know, what they reminded us of. You know, like totem pole, because they're reminded of a totem pole. Obviously, peacock is self-explanatory. Chicken bone, or I would love to know what the chicken bone one was called by the designers. What year was the owl suit worn? It was worn in 1971 and 1972 with the owl belt. What about the new suit that Elvis was supposed to wear for the August 1977 tour? Yes. And also, there was rumor that there was going to be a laser suit as well. And when he walked on stage, lasers would come out of the suit. That would have been something else to see, wouldn't it? Was going to be a light blue suit in 1977, but he never got to wear it. Yeah. And what about the laser suit as well, Danny? Did you hear rumors about that? That would have been something really to behold. Hello, Bernadette. How are you? Well, Bernadette, you haven't actually missed much because I inadvertently forgot to upload images for 11 to 20 of my favorite suits. But do not fear. Worst things happen at sea, as they say. I will do those. I will run quickly through those again on Sunday. And then we can dive into Sunday's topic. It might just be a little bit longer show on Sunday if I've got to run through the jumpsuits again. Elvis didn't need lasers. Yes, correct. He didn't. Elvis loves the peacock suit. Oh, that's another thing as well I'm going to do on Sunday. I'm going to run through the 11 to 20 again, but I'm then going to pick my favorite out of the whole 20 that I went through. That was on Sunday and today, and then I'll run through them again on Sunday, and I will tell you what my favorite of all of them is out of the whole 20 that I picked, and I'll also tell you 2 that I didn't like. Jumpsuits. Yeah, good question. You'd have to kind of Google that, where the term jumpsuits come from. It's a bank holiday on Sunday, on Monday. So we've got all Sunday night. Yeah, yeah. Well, like I say, I'll do that again for you, and it'll be much better with the pictures. Although I would imagine a lot of people watching me now, as soon as I say the Aloha suit, everybody's going to know the Aloha suit. If I said the Raised on Rock orange sunburst suit, the Arabian suit, most of you are going to know what that suit looks like. So all is not lost, the fact that I didn't have any photographs to tell you. Yes, you do need to wait till Sunday. It'll be interesting to see if people can guess on Sunday before I tell you what my favorite suit is and which 2 I didn't like. So it'll be interesting. Anybody paying attention actually would know what my favorite suit is, because I think I've said it on here a couple of times at least, what my favorite suit was. Yeah, that's the one thing I often think about when I see Elvis in the jumpsuits, especially some of the mid-70s ones. They must have been really, really, really heavy. Really, really heavy. I was saying earlier on about watching Elvis Lass's video, and It's a Matter of Time, recorded in 1972, and it's a gem. It's actually a gem. It's not very well known, and it was the B-side to Burnin' Love, so it was kind of buried on a B-side, as I say, and a lot of good songs, a lot of good Elvis songs were buried on a B-side, and that was one of them. So check that out if you do get a chance. Elvis Lass's video, It's a Matter of Time. The ladder suit was on Sunday. Yeah. that was on the list. But was it my favourite? Or is it my favourite, I should say? What time is it? 22. Right. I've got a few more minutes before the football kicks off. And we should do this day in history. This day in Elvis history. Wednesday, the 26th of May is today. May 26th, 1955. We have Elvis performed at the Junior College Stadium, Meridian, Mississippi. All performers took a ride in the Jimmy Rogers Celebration Parade. That's this day in history in 1955. The following year, 1956, Elvis performed at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium, Columbus, Ohio, at 7 and 10 p.m. Good afternoon, Alfred. May 26th, 1963. Elvis went to RCA's Studio B in Nashville, where he worked from 6:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. He recorded Echoes of Love, Please Don't Drag That String Around, You're the Devil in Disguise, Never Ending, What Now, What Next, Where To, Witchcraft, Finders, Keepers, Losers, Weepers, and Love Me Tonight. That was on this day in 1963. May 26th, again, a recording session, but 1966 this time. Elvis went into the studio and worked from 6:30 p.m. till 7 a.m. The Imperials were present too, and Elvis was extremely happy with their presence. Because Floyd Kramer wasn't available until 9 p.m., David Briggs was booked for the early part of the session. Even after the arriving of Kramer, Briggs kept on playing the piano because Elvis had grown used to the sound. He recorded Love Letters, So High, Farther Along, By and By, In the Garden, Beyond the Reef, one of my favourites. I think it's one of Michelle's favourites as well, Elvis Lass. Run On, How Great Thou Art, Stand By Me, Where No One Stands Alone, Down in the Alley, and of course, that gem of a gem, Tomorrow is a Long Time, which is probably going to be one of my songs of the week in the next few weeks. So what a day that was in 1966. This day in 1966. All those fabulous, fabulous recordings that he did. And Stand By Me, another great one. Unbelievable. Down in the Alley. And of course, Tomorrow is a Long Time. On this day in 1974, Elvis ended his engagement at the Sahara Tahoe Hotel with an added performance at 3 a.m. And finally, this day, May 26th, 1977, Elvis performed at the Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena, Binghamton, in New York, on this day in 1977. So there you go. What do you think of that? That was some day in history, especially 1966. If you want to know what the quiz questions are this coming Sunday, it's quotes. I'm going to tell you where it was, what year it was, what he said, but you've got to finish off his sentence, finish off Elvis's sentence. I was working on some more quiz questions as well for June, and one of the subjects is going to be connections. I'm going to tell you two things or one thing, and you can tell me what the connection is between, the two things. So, because I know some people don't like the lyrics, so I'm pulling back from the lyrics for a few weeks. So this coming Sunday is going to be finish the Elvis quote, and probably the following week is either going to be maybe general knowledge or those connection questions. Let's see, from Elvis Presley Boulevard. No, I don't really want to read that. Yeah, Elvis was a trendsetter, is right. In the 1980s, Elvis would have left the jumpsuits and returned to two-piece suits. He probably would have, yes. I agree. He would have. Sunday's topic. Vincenzo says he likes Sunday's topic. Yes, complete the quotes. And we'll have, obviously, this day in history, which will be the 30th of May. Hopefully Elvis was up to something at least one day in his career on the 30th. I'm wondering now whether I'll ever hit a blank, and he wasn't doing anything but sitting in Graceland one day. You can tell that Elvis was an influence on Morrissey. You certainly can. Yeah. I agree. Right, so it is quite a truncated live stream this week, Wednesday, because quite rightly, Lee Ash has said, "Come on, United." Oh, yes. Do you remember there was a steward's inquiry about one of my questions on Sunday, and I made a right foobar about it? I'd written down "all shook up" instead of "don't be cruel" for the song "Johnny Be Good" was substituted for another song on the Blu-ray. And for some reason, I don't know why, I'd written down "all shook up." Maybe "all shook up" was on my playlist. I was listening to it when I was writing out the answers. And Michelle got it right, so I've had to put Michelle in for getting that right. And I have put a link in Sunday's video showing the alternative opening to Elvis on Tour. And I might actually put it below this one as well, just in case people want to check it out. Because, like I say, I completely confused everybody saying it was "all shook up," and the opening that they substituted Johnny Be Good for was "Don't Be Cruel." So I'm glad I remembered that, because I would have been kicking myself afterwards if I hadn't told everybody that. It was Linda Thompson's birthday too, yes, on Sunday, correct. I covered that, actually, for 1974, her 22nd birthday or 24th birthday or something like that. So, yeah, as I say, a truncated live stream this week, but Sundays will be longer, because I will run through my 11 to 20 number favourite jumpsuits again. I'm going to go and get ready for the football now. I'm going to relax and try not to get too excited. But then again, if you're going to watch a football final, you should get a little bit excited. Thanks for joining me. Sorry that I forgot to upload the photographs for the jumpsuits, but we'll reconvene here on Sunday, and I'll just zip through them again and show them for you. Until then, please look after yourselves. As I say, if you do want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee with a link below. Look after yourselves until Sunday. Thank you very much for joining me.